Guten Morgen, good morning. My name is Himanshu and I'm going to teach you today about German indefinite articles. If in case you have not watched my previous video about definite articles, then I request you to please watch that video, because only then this video will make sense to you. So let us start. German indefinite articles. The indefinite articles in German refers to unspecified persons, objects, ideas, etc. And they are ein, eine, ein. They all mean the indefinite articles a, n in English. Ein is used for masculine nouns. Eine is used for feminine nouns. Ein is used for neuter nouns, and there is no plural for indefinite articles. As you know what are articles, I told you in the first video, we have definite and indefinite articles. In English, definite is the, and indefinite articles are a and n. In German, indefinite articles are ein, eine, and ein. Second thing, in German, for each noun there are genders. They could be masculine, feminine, and neutral. So let us learn about indefinite articles more in depth. German indefinite articles. Nominative case or subjective case. So when in the sentence we use the nominative case with the masculine noun, indefinite article ein is used. When we have nominative case in a sentence with feminine noun, eine article is used. When we have nominative case or subjective case in a sentence with neuter noun, an article ein is used, and they all will have the same meaning, a and n. Accusative or objective case with masculine noun, einen is used. Accusative case, feminine noun, eine article is used. Accusative case or objective case, neuter noun, ein article is used, and they all have the same meaning, a and n. Dative case or preposition objective case, because they always come after the preposition. Masculine noun, einem article is used. Dative case, feminine noun, einer article is used. Dative case, neuter noun, einem article is used, and they all will come, or you can say they all will replace to a or to n. Let us learn with the help of examples. Example is, a man is here. In this sentence, since the example is for nominative case, a man, a is an article, man is a noun. So a man is a nominative or a subjective case, because a man is the subject of a sentence. So you have to ask yourself this question, that how this ein came. So basically, man, what's the gender of this? It's masculine. So masculine noun with nominative case, what should be coming? Let us refer to the table. Masculine noun nominative case, ein should be coming as an article. Therefore, I wrote ein Mann, a man, ist here, is here. Second example, accusative case. Accusative matlab means object of the sentence. Ich, let us read it. I greet a man. So I greet is the subject, a man is an object. Object means accusative case. I is ich, greet is grüß. Now, how did this einen came? Well, the same methodology. What is man? What is man? This is masculine gender. So, masculine gender with accusative case. Refer to the table. Masculine gender, accusative case, einen. And hence einen came. Ich grüß einen Mann. The last is dative case. As you know, we also call it preposition objective case because dative case is always come after the preposition. I give the book to a man. So this is the dative case because a man is coming after preposition. So again, what is the gender of a man? Masculine. And what is this a, which article? Well, this is the dative case because it is coming after preposition. So dative case, masculine noun, what should be coming? Einem. And hence we wrote einem here. I give the book to a man. Ich gebe, I give. Einem Mann, because in German we cannot do the literal translation of English to German, from English to German. Therefore, we say, I give to a man the book. Ich gebe einem Mann das Buch, the book. So, I hope you understood this. If in case you liked this lecture, you can subscribe to my channel. If you want to learn the German online, you can WhatsApp me or call me on this number. Batches are formed for A1 and A2 level. Thank you so much for your time. Take care. Bye.